Hello and welcome to our show, Family Talks. It's good to have you with us today. Today we're going to talk about a very big question. It's a question that many families discuss at home, sometimes with smiles and sometimes with arguments. The question is this: should parents choose their children's careers? It's a very important decision in a young person's life. It affects their future, their happiness, and their security. To help us discuss this topic, we have two special guests with us today. They have different ideas, and we want to hear them. First, I want to welcome Maria. Maria's a mother of two wonderful children, and she has a lot of life experience. She thinks parents should help choose a job for their children. Welcome to the show, Maria.
Thank you for having me, Leo. It's a pleasure to be here.
And on the other side of the discussion, we have Sam. Sam's a young career advisor. His job is to help young people find the right career path. He thinks children should choose their own career. Welcome, Sam.
Hello, Leo. I'm happy to be here and share my thoughts.
Great. We'll start our conversation with Maria. Maria, please tell us your opinion. Why do you believe parents should choose or help choose their children's careers?
Thank you, Leo. I believe this is very important. I think parents should help their children very much in this decision. We're older, and we know more about life. We've worked for many years. We've seen friends and family succeed, and we've seen them have problems. We understand which jobs are safe and which jobs have a good salary. A child only knows what they see now, in this moment. They see what's fun or interesting today. But parents think about the future. We think about 10 years from now, or even 20 years from now. We also know our children very well. We're their parents. We see them every day. We know what they're good at. Sometimes, a child has a special talent, but they don't see it themselves. For example, my daughter was always very good at organizing things. Her room was always clean, her school books were always in order. She loved making lists for our family holidays. I saw this, and I told her, "You're very organized. Maybe you could be a good manager or an event planner." At first, she didn't think about it. But then she tried helping at a school event, and she loved it. A parent can see these things that a child cannot. We can open their eyes to new ideas that are good for them. Most importantly, we love our children more than anything in the world. We want them to be safe and happy. A good, stable job gives a person a good life. With a stable job, they can buy a house, have a family, and not worry about money every day. Happiness is very important, of course, but being able to pay for food and your home is also very, very important for a happy life. So we help them choose a job that gives them the security. It's our job as parents to protect them and guide them to a good future.
Thank you, Maria, for that clear explanation. You believe that experience and a desire for security are key. Now let's hear from the other side. Sam, you work with young people every day. What's your view on this?
Thank you, Leo, and thank you, Maria. I understand your points very well. Every parent wants their child to be safe and successful. I agree with that completely. But I think about it differently. A person will work for 40 or maybe even 50 years. That's a very, very long time. It's almost their entire adult life. If you don't like your job, you'll be unhappy for a very long time. Think about it. Every morning, you wake up and you feel sad or angry because you have to go to work. This isn't a good life. But when you love your job, you have energy. You're excited to start your day, you're creative, and you do good work because you care about it. This happiness is very important for a good life. Also, the world is changing very fast. The jobs that were good and safe 20 years ago might not be good jobs in the future. My father was an accountant, and it was a very stable job. But today, computers can do a lot of that work. The job is changing. Now we have the internet, social media, and new technology everywhere. This creates many new jobs that our parents don't know about. There are app developers, social media managers, digital artists, and online content creators. Young people understand this new world better because they grew up in it. They need to choose a job for their future, not a job from their parents' past. And my last point is about passion. When a young person chooses their own career, it's their dream. It's not their mother's dream or their father's dream. It's their own personal goal. Because it's their dream, they'll work very hard. They'll study hard in school. They'll practice for many hours. They'll want to be the best they can be. This personal motivation is much stronger than being pushed by parents. When you follow your passion, you're not just working for money. You're working for your own happiness and success.
Thank you, Sam. You emphasize passion, happiness, and adapting to a changing world. Maria, Sam talked about happiness and how the world of work is different now. What do you think about that?
Sam says happiness is important, and I agree with him 100%. We all want to be happy. But I think we have different ideas about what real happiness is. Real happiness, for me, comes from a stable and secure life. If you have to worry about paying your bills all the time, you can't be truly happy. If you're afraid you'll lose your job next month, that's a very stressful life. A doctor or an engineer has a difficult job, yes. It requires a lot of study. But they have a good salary. They don't worry about money. They can enjoy their free time with their family and friends. This is also a big part of happiness. Sam also talked about a child's passion. I think a passion can sometimes be a problem. For example, a child might have a passion for playing video games all day. That's a fun hobby, but it's not a serious job for most people. Or a child wants to be a famous actor. That's a wonderful dream, but the reality is that very few people become famous actors. It's a very difficult life with a lot of disappointment. A parent can help the child find a real, practical job. We can say, "I see you like video games. That's great. Maybe you can learn how to create the games or how to test them." Those are good jobs in technology that pay well. In this way, the parent connects the child's passion to a real career. We're not killing their dream. We're helping it grow in a smart way. And I want to be clear, I'm not saying that parents should force their children. Forcing is wrong. But they should guide them very strongly. It's like you're walking on a new road in a new country. The parent has a map because they've traveled before. The parent can say, "Be careful, this road is dangerous and has many problems. But look, this other road is safe. It'll take you to a good place." The child can then choose the safe road to a good future.
So you're saying it's about guidance, not control, and connecting passion to practical jobs. Thank you, Maria. Sam, what's your response to that? Maria talks about stable jobs and the danger of following a dream that's not practical.
Yes, and those are good points to think about. Maria talks about stable jobs, like doctors and engineers. These are good jobs, and I respect them very much. But I think the idea of a stable job is changing. Today, no job is 100% safe for your whole life. Technology is changing everything, in every field. Even doctors need to learn new technologies and new ways of working. Because of this, I believe the best skill a person can have is to love learning and to be able to change. This skill comes from passion. If you love your area of work, you'll always want to learn new things about it. You'll read books, take courses, and adapt to new challenges. But if you're in a job you don't like, you won't want to learn new things. You'll do the minimum work necessary. When the job changes, you'll be left behind. Maria also said playing video games is just a hobby. But today, some people make a lot of money playing games in big competitions. They're professional esports players. It's a real job. Other people have YouTube or TikTok channels about their hobbies, like cooking, painting, or fashion. They get millions of views and make a good living from advertising. These are new careers that many parents don't understand because they are so new. We can't look at our children's passions and say they're not a real job anymore. The world is different now, and we need to be open to these new possibilities. Finally, there's a big danger when a parent pushes their child too hard into a career. The child might go to university and study something they hate. They might not be good at it because they have no interest. Or maybe they get the job, but they're bored and unhappy every single day. After a few years, they might quit the job. Then what? Then they're back at the start, with no job and no dream. It's much better to support their dream from the beginning. Parental support is so important. When a child knows their parents believe in them, it helps them become successful in what they love.
And that's all the time we have for our discussion today. Thank you, Maria and Sam, for a very interesting and thoughtful conversation. We heard two very different but very caring ideas today. Both of you clearly want what's best for the children. Maria believes that parents, with their love and their life experience, have a duty to guide their children toward a safe and secure career. This is the path to a stable and happy life. Sam believes that in our modern, changing world, children must follow their own passion. This passion will give them the motivation and happiness they need to build their own successful future. For all the families watching at home, this isn't an easy question. Maybe the answer is somewhere in the middle. Maybe the answer is to talk more. Parents should listen carefully to their children's dreams and try to understand their world. And children should listen carefully to their parents' advice and learn from their experience. The important thing is to work together as a family with love and respect. That's the best way to find a happy future. Thank you for watching Family Talks. Good night.